If you're watching this right now, chances are you make good money, but you feel stuck. You're grinding 40 to 60 hours a week. You're closing deals. You're making money, but you're not free. And financial freedom seems out of reach. You have plans of millionaire by 30. I want to retire, but you don't know how you're going to get there. And that's why you're watching this video. The truth is, you don't need rich parents. You don't need a degree. You just need a system that works for you. One that can generate income while you sleep, turning your hard work into lasting wealth. So, what if you could transform your financial future without working harder, but just by working smarter? That's what we're going to break down in this video. And I'm going to show you how I did it myself and how my story doesn't have to be unique. So, welcome. My name is Alex Funk, and I'm from a small town where everyone stayed in their lane. If that's you, or if you're someone who dreaming big feels awkward or like you're betraying your roots, or if you've ever felt stuck, like financial freedom's for other people who did have rich parents or better connections or more confidence. And if you're finally ready to live a life that reflects your potential instead of your past, then this video is for you. I made this video for a version of me who was spinning his wheels, afraid to look at his bank account and wondering if freedom was actually real, if that was actually possible. I grew up chubby. I grew up where money scared me. I didn't talk about money. Even my first couple of years in this journey, first couple of years coaching, anytime my mentor would talk about wealth, I would feel like I was going to throw up. And I was scared of it. The whole thing was so foreign to me and it felt so unfamiliar. And I felt a ton of imposter syndrome stepping into this space. Fast forward, I've built a 7-figure real estate portfolio, run $2 million sales teams separately, and helped countless people get into the game of real estate investing through my content or my personal coaching or the mastermind group that we now run. What matters more to me is that I have found true confidence in myself and I found true clarity, and now I'm helping others do the same thing. This video is for the grinders. It's for the young, hungry commission earners who make decent money but feel lost when it comes to actually building wealth. It's for the small town kid who feels guilty for dreaming big. It's for the overthinker who knows that they're meant for more, but they don't know where to start. And it's especially for the one who's done watching other people win and is finally ready to bet on themselves. I know who you are. You're making great money in sales, but you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. And if you do see the end of the light at the tunnel, it's not that inspiring. It's still grinding on the weekends when you're 35 having kids. It's still working these shows that aren't actually as that profitable. It's still pumping out, hoping that this person sells a lot as a sales manager. And the reality is that doesn't feel like freedom. And you can still do that and you can still have that impact, but you can have a layer of passive income cash flow that makes you excited to show up and to pour into these people or relationships or clients and still serve in your sales job the way that you fell in love to at the beginning. I know you want to get into real estate investing. I know you want to get into Airbnb, but it seems so complicated, right? That's who this is for. It's for the person that's been watching the videos, been reading the books, been listening to the podcast, but it just seems so complex. This video and this program is not for someone who's trying to get rich quick. If you care more about looking successful than being someone of substance and freedom, then this is not for you. If you're afraid of discipline, ownership, or just facing the truth of the numbers of your financial situation and profitability, this is not for you. But if you're ready to design a life, not just make money, then keep watching. And this channel, this program, this type of content, this is for you. This is not a hustle hack. It's a freedom framework and a system that does take time and energy and effort to build out. And if that doesn't fit with you, the video is not for you anyway. Turn it off. Go look up money hacks on YouTube or something like that. Here's what I have found in my own situation, but also working people with now since the fall of 2024. You don't have a money problem. You have a systems problem. You don't have a time problem. You have a priorities problem. You're scared of outgrowing people, but your future deserves the version of you that shows up. I personally didn't grow up around money. I didn't grow up around wealth. I grew up thinking money was greedy. I grew up thinking money was evil and that wealth was for other people. And that ambition made you a target and meant you were stepping on people. And then COVID hit and life slowed down a lot. And I realized I didn't want to live stuck anymore. And so I moved away from college. I moved into my parents' basement. That gave me enough space to figure out where I wanted to actually invest money. Instead of investing $10,000 into another semester of college, I dropped out. I invested $10,000 into a mentor and a life coach. Health and Wealth Academy is what it was called. And I started listening to podcasts. That year, I listened to 30,000 minutes of podcasts in 2020. And what I studied that fall was not basic psychology or Sociology 101 or Calculus 305. I studied habits. I read 6 books on habits: Atomic Habits, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, High Performance Habits, a bunch of books like that. And I studied this concept of habits, lifestyle, routines, and how successful people actually become successful. People judged me for it. People were confused. I sacrificed a lot of fun. I sacrificed weekends out. I sacrificed being at one of the funnest colleges in Minnesota, Mankato, Roll Mavs, and I missed a lot of stuff. But I knew that freedom was coming, and I knew if I trusted my plan, it would pay off. And even when I say that, I actually want to take that back. I didn't know. And there's been times in the last couple of years, I definitely questioned my path. I've definitely questioned if this was all going to work out. And that's normal. And that's part of growth. How this vision happened for me. That summer in 2020, I made $30,000 working with Cutco as a branch manager. And then I landed a job with the Minnesota Vikings. That was my dream in life, was working for the Vikings. And I didn't have a fancy resume. I didn't have deep connections, but I met one person who already worked with the team that believed in me, that put a word in and got me that job. And that was the first time for me. That moment changed everything because it showed me if this dream is possible, what else could be possible. I bought my first house, bought second house with my mom. And even my mom now, I've started to see shifts of what she sees as possible. She's talking about retiring in the next couple of years. And that's way before when I think she originally thought that she would. I've run multiple 6-figure, 7-figure offices and built sales teams and poured back into them. And this entire life of Airbnb and wealth and passive income and cash flow and all of this, I did not think this was possible until I took a couple big steps forward that a lot of people looked at me and kind of second guessed. But it was steps forward that in my heart, I knew I needed help. I needed community if I was going to do what I wanted to do. And because of everything that I learned from 2020 to 2024, so almost 4 full years, going from 1 house to 2 to 4 units to now 8, I've developed what I call the F.R.E.E method. And I want to introduce this as the first time I've talked about this. This is a 4-phase roadmap to escape the grind into financial freedom, at least into abundance and living your dream life. Even if you've never budgeted, even if you've never owned a home, even if you've never truly believed in yourself, this method will work for you because it doesn't start with real estate. It doesn't start with financial abundance. It starts with belief. It gives you the clarity, the vehicle, and the support system to build your dream life. Here are the 4 phases of the F.R.E.E method. Phase 1, foundations. In foundations, we will help you clarify what your dream life vision is. The first call, the kickoff call that we do is a 5-year vivid vision exercise where you forecast into the future the path that you're on compared to the path that you want to be on. What's the destination that you're trying to get to before we start that journey? Then we're going to help you start to build out trackers for your net worth. We're going to help you budget your commission income, which most people do not understand how to do. Because it fluctuates. It's not fixed. It's complicated. You have slow seasons. You have high seasons. We're going to help you build your first dreams list. Where do you actually want to travel? What relationships do you want to pour into? What types of people do you want to be surrounded by? What do you want your finances to look like? What type of growth do you want to experience in your life? We're going to help you shift your money mindset. We're going to install Sunday planning into your weekly routine so that every week you can go in with a bulletproof game plan of how you're going to get from here to there. We help you build out your goals. We help you build out your 12-week roadmap. And in 6 months of foundations, our goal is to plant all of the necessary skills for a true $1 million entrepreneur and someone who is going to be financially free. One of my favorite quotes is, "You are not yet the person that can handle the success that you think that you want." And that I found is so true. When someone rushes from point A to buying a house, but they don't have this stuff built, it all falls apart and it's more stressful and their life is worse and they get further from freedom and they get further from their dream life. Phase number 2 is called Rewire. In Rewire, you're going to learn how to house hack or Airbnb. Our goal is that everyone in our program gets their first deal actually locked in foundations in that first 6 months. But you're going to really learn how to optimize that, how to get your Airbnb, how to get your first cash flow, how to use other people's money if you need to. And you're going to learn how to analyze deals, structure them creatively, how to start investing like a cash flow investor. One of my greatest models with this program is Justin Donald in the Lifestyle Investor Program. We're going to help you kill imposter syndrome and start stacking proof that you are who you want to be. You already are the person that you want to be, or you understand the skills between where you are and where you need to be to become that person. We're going to help you stack savings. We're going to help you sell a lot more, but profit a lot more. Sometimes sales companies, because it makes sense, right? They trophy the vanity metrics, the CPO, the deals closed, right? We trophy profitability and growth. Are you growing in your sales job? Are you moving up while working less? Are you profiting more, not just winning trophies? And that's a really big part of our program. We want to maximize the vehicles that you already have, We want to move you from, I hope I can do this, to I'm already doing this. And we're going to do this in less than 12 months. Phase 3 is called expand. In expand, our goal is that you have multiple properties, at least 2, if not 3, 4. And in expand, you're going to learn how to automate your savings. You're going to learn how to completely delegate low value tasks to virtual assistants and executive assistants. For me in my life, I never think about groceries because my VA orders them. I never book haircuts. My VA does that. If I need something off Amazon, I just message them, order this, order that, send this book to this person, send this product to this person. All low value tasks you shouldn't be doing anymore. And we're going to teach you how to do that in a way that's sustainable and actually adds time to your business and life. We're going to teach you how to travel hack, and you're going to learn the secret tools of real estate investing that allow you to start partnering with other people. If you look at the biggest deals out there, I think about the Washington Commanders just got bought by this group, including Josh Harris, Magic Johnson. And I say group because there's so many people involved in that deal. That is what high level investing is. It's not one person. It's not you doing it by yourself. And you have to learn how to start playing that game and building that network. Phase 4, elevate. In elevate, this is where I see financial freedom for the people in our group. We will help you design a 10-year vision. We're going to help you scale in a way that works for you from your 2-3 units up to 10. Maybe for you, it's continuing to add one Airbnb at a time. Maybe for you, it's looking at commercial deals, buying businesses, multifamily properties, commercial real estate. Maybe for you, it's moving from passive to passionate income now that you have money coming in every month that you don't necessarily have to worry about anymore. Living a life of time abundance where your calendar reflects your values and you're not sucked into the day-to-day of what your company wants you to do. No disrespect to anybody's company either. It makes sense. They want to produce profit. They want to keep the company going, but that doesn't always align with what you as the individual wants. And you've probably felt this already, but you didn't have something to fall back on, to take those couple weeks in Europe or to spend the weekends with your family. But it doesn't have to be that way forever. You have to start building the foundation though today. You have to start building the foundation now. So the pillars of what we do with Dream Life Academy, our mastermind, the pillars are this. Number 1, we're going to help you build money systems, how to track your net worth, how to save $20,000 a quarter, how to use other people's money, how to analyze deals. Number 2, time mastery, Sunday planning, deep work protection, delegation of low value tasks, using time efficiently, learning priority frameworks. I always say there's levels to everything. It always goes to me, awareness, management, mastery. And once you get to time mastery, that's where you're not working off schedule. You're not working off to-do lists. You're working off priorities. You understand which levers need to be pulled at certain times within your business, within your investing, and within your life. And I'm not saying I'm an expert at any of this stuff, but I am a facilitator within our group using the last 5 years of experience and bringing in guest speakers every week or two to come in and help facilitate these conversations so even I can get better and better and better at understanding these key concepts myself. And then number 3, dream life design. Create your dreams list, map your vivid vision, gamify your life and goals. This is something I do feel like I would say I am an expert at this because for me, I wrote the book, The Dreams List, right? So maybe I'm not an expert, but I've lived this out loud for the last 4 years. I've crossed off over 300 dreams. I have 2,500 on my list. I plan every week. I've been on hundreds of flights in the past couple of years. Pick up my book if that's the first place you want to start leaving this call. But you only get one life. And my whole thing is, my mission is that I believe in a world where everyone has a dreams list. And it starts with people picking up the pen and realizing that they write their own story. You write your own story. So just to expand on that, before I understood this, I was a broke college kid, terrified of my bank account. Even though I was selling a lot, I was renting a room as a college student, barely scraping by, definitely struggled with imposter syndrome, self-doubt, lived paycheck to paycheck despite good income. I was the person packing lunches, not even getting Jimmy John's because I was afraid. On dates, when the bill was over $20, feeling really insecure about it. To now, we own over 5 units of real estate, 8 doors right now as I record this. We're expanding currently as I speak, trying to raise some money to expand into larger Airbnbs. Our cash flow is right below $9,000 a month if you average it out over the course of the year. And I am really proud of the life that I've been able to create, but also the life that I'm working on myself. I don't feel like I am an expert, even though I just said I was a little bit ago, but I'm on the journey as well. And I'm not doing this to be a coach. I'm doing this to be more of a facilitator and more to share my experience to help people avoid the hurdles that I've run into and avoid the mistakes that I've made. I've wasted $100,000, couple $100,000 on, you could call bad investments, but they all helped me get to where I am today. And I'm excited to help people avoid those things and do it faster. Your dream life is out there if you want to go get it. And everything that I've created in my life, it's all been designed. It's all been articulated. It's been very intentional. I think about, just got married across the world in Europe to my dream girl. Intentionally, I wrote out all of the things I wanted to find in a wife. And I wrote out all the qualities and traits. And then I found her 9 months later. And she wasn't ready for a relationship. She was just getting out of one. And so I waited 6 months and I worked on myself. I did self-love journal prompts every day. And I just think about the type of people I had to be surrounded by in order to stay disciplined and to stay true with the investments and with the health stuff and with the relationship stuff. Community is such a big part of actually getting after your dream life because it is very uncommon to be uncommon. That's why they say the top 1%. It can be lonely being the top 1%. It can be lonely trying to do these things on your own. And that's why we've built not a coaching program, but we've built a community. And so I want to encourage you, if you're interested in this, I want you to send me a DM on Instagram. I want you to say freedom. And what I'm not going to do is try to sell you our program or sell you we don't have a course to sell. We have a mastermind. We have a group, and it's not for everybody. It might not be for you yet, but I'm glad that you're watching this video anyway, because at some point it might be. And our whole thing is right person at the right time in the right situation. And what I will do for you, I've got the time. I have the freedom to do this. I'll hop on a 10-minute call with anybody that wants to chat and just kind of see where you are at. No strings attached. I'm not going to hard sell anybody. That's not my goal. We don't want to spoil the group with someone who's not ready to be in it. And so right now, if you're interested, message me on Instagram, send freedom. I will send you the freedom roadmap for free. It's a PDF on how to get to your dream life through real estate investing, through financial freedom, helping you understand cash flow a little bit better than you might right now. And I want to encourage, take action. Tomorrow isn't promised, but your dream life is ready for you if you choose it. And that's the thing. The only thing standing between you and financial freedom is a decision, and that decision is to begin today. If you're still hesitating, I want to ease a couple things. If you're watching this and you're like, well, it doesn't matter, I don't have enough money to invest. The way that we start investing in our group, again, it's foundations first. More than anything, it's making sure that your sales job is secure, making sure that your sales job is producing income. One of our guys, Marcus, he joined our group. He was all over the place with how he was going to produce income. He wants to get into Airbnb. He wants to get into real estate. But our first 2 months working together, our first 9 calls have been solidifying his office as a sales manager so that it's producing $100,000 of income. And I can tell you, by doing that first and building this foundation, it gives him the opportunity to get into cash flow investments later. And so I actually don't want you to worry about, oh, I'm not making enough yet, or we can figure that out on a phone call. Most of the deals that we're getting people into first are $10,000 of invested capital. If you have over $100,000 of capital saved, you're not even our target person. You have too much money sitting around, and you probably have people telling you to do that. And I'm not saying you're brainwashed, but like, we do not believe in stashing cash. We believe in the velocity of money. We believe in cash flow investing. And if that doesn't even line up at all, go binge Justin Donald's podcast, The Lifestyle Investor, just to become more familiar with the concepts that I'm talking about. Second thing, if you're like, hey, I've done coaching before. I just want to tell you, this isn't coaching. This is community. This is mastermind. And this is us building roadmaps with you. I'm not a somatic therapist. I do one-on-one calls with guys in our community, but it's more so to help them build systems, build frameworks, learn to delegate. Hey, if you were to invest in a deal, let's look at this market. Let's run the numbers on this. I'm very hands-on with that stuff, but this is not like a one-on-one coaching where we're going to get 60 minutes to talk about your feelings. And I hope you have people to do that with you, but I'm not selling coaching here. That's not the goal. I don't have time. Me neither, right? I'm not trying to take 10 hours a week, 15 hours a week from people. It's really just reprioritizing the 4 or 5 hours a week that you might be on Instagram or TikTok and reprioritizing into 2 group calls with us and then taking action on the things that we're talking about. We can do all of the building and systems and handholding on our one-on-one calls. What if you fail? Hey, what if you succeed? What if it actually works? The upside of this is financial freedom, not working past the age of 25, 30 years old, and having cash flow investments just like we have here in Minnesota and just like guys in our group are starting to get. We only started the group. Well, we officially launched in January 2025. We got our first members in November 2024. Of the first 4 guinea pigs, 3 have locked in their first deals, and the 4th one is house searching right now, just trying to find the right deal because I don't want to rush him into a bad one. Truly, in 3-4 months, you can have your first cash flowing investment. You just have to trust us, and you have to trust the program and trust the plan. And if you don't trust us yet, let's hop on a call, let's chat, or talk to some of the people in our group. And that's what I want to end with. I believe that your circle is your ceiling. I believe that the people around you matter so much more than the things you're reading or seeing. I believe that most grinders are surrounded by friends who just don't get it. Our community is full of people making moves. You'll never be the smartest person in the room. That's the whole point. You have real-time support. You get answers when you need them from the people who have been there and done that, and the people who are doing it right now. Right now, there's 20 people in our group chat. Our goal is to keep it under 30 at all times and have the right people in the group at the right times. Sharing wins, getting feedback on deals, finding accountability partners who understand the journey that you're on as a sales grinder who's trying to turn the corner from the 24/7 grind to taking back control of your life. Dream Life Academy is a mastermind of people that will be at retreats and events together and who are building that last well beyond the program and open doors to new opportunities. When the people around you level up, you don't fall behind, you rise with them. Your environment shapes your results much more than you realize. My question to you is, who are you talking to and what does your environment look like right now? And do they want the things that you want? Because if not, you might need a new circle or an additional circle of people who are taking you there. Last couple things. I want you to close your eyes. Maybe I want you to just think about where could you be 6 to 12 months from now? If right now you're trading time for money, if you're inconsistent with saving habits, if you're overwhelmed, undersupported, in just 3 months, you could have systems in place for your net worth, for your expenses, for your profitability. You could have your first $10,000 saved. You could learn how to analyze deals so that in 6 months, you could have your first property identified and or locked in. You could have $20,000 in savings, and you could have all of your time systems optimized so that you are truly living on your own terms again. And in less than a year, I firmly believe anybody in our group will have their first cash flowing property passively operated. They will be taking dream trips across the country and across the world. They will be living life on offense, and they'll be eyeing up their next deals and leveling up. And that is something that I have already seen with some of the guys. We soft launched less than 5 months ago. We already have success stories, and we're going to have so many more. There's 100% satisfaction within this group. We can figure out if you want your money back, you can have your money back. If you don't secure your first deal, we'll roll over your investment into the next phase of our program, because I don't believe in rushing people into bad deals. I believe in building the foundations first before we can get to the next level. 24/7 support, lifetime access to our program. I'm not going to make a hard pitch right now on this video, but I do want you to take some action, reach out, message me on Instagram at Unlock with Alex, at least follow that account so that you're continuing to learn the game. And I want to tell you, in your life, work is optional. You can choose how much you work. If you don't believe that, you can. Freedom is designed. So let's make it real and let's start building your freedom roadmap. The journey to financial freedom starts with one decision. That is the decision that I am going to control my own life from this point forward. Don't let another day pass living someone else's dream. Your dream life is waiting. All you need to do is reach for it. Thank you for watching.